What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Orum'S Den. And today we'll be talking some Lions football. Before that, man, I'll just go to the chat real quick. What's going on, Vash Darwin? Travis Doyley, what's up? Jamie Ward, Cameron Wojie in the house. Alan Dana, what's going on? Brother One Pride. How's everybody doing today? Micro Mike, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm just ready to talk some Detroit Lions. Beginning of the week, having fun with Mark Orem from Orum's Forum. Make sure you hit that like button, folks.
Yeah. What's going on, Dern? How you doing, bro?
All right, I got to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I'm going to do my imitation of you, okay?
Okay.
Woo! Let's go. We got Mark Orem from Orum's Forum channel. Like and subscribe to this man. He works very hard.
Thank you, Dern. I appreciate it, brother.
It was probably really awful,
man.
but
I
had to try it.
I love
Someone's
it,
got to be that guy. Someone's got to be that guy.
What's going on? Go Lions. What up, though? What's up, brother? Jeffy KC. Linda Brennan. How's it going? Linda, how you doing? Well, anyways, guys, rookie camp kind of signed, wrapped up this week. Did a 3-day mini camp going on, and the Lions went a little bit unconventional and didn't really bring in a quarterback. They had guys like Mark Brunell, the quarterback coach, Antoine Randall. He was a former quarterback in Indiana in college, and then Tanner Engstrand, who was actually a quarterback at San Diego. They didn't sign anybody. They're happy with David Blau. They're happy with obviously Goff and then Tim Boyle. What do you think about that? About them just kind of like they're coming in and just not signing anybody because they really want to focus on other positions and they want to get other guys in. They thought it was going to be a waste to bring any quarterback in. So what do you guys think about that, Mike?
Hey, I think it's perfectly fine. Look, it's just a 3-day mini camp for rookies. It's not like it's going to make a difference for anything at all. Right. I mean, in all honesty, most of these guys are not going to make the football team. The quarterback was definitely, if they did sign a guy for a tryout, he wouldn't have made the football team. And Mark Brunell, hey, get that rotator cuff going, get that arm going. Yeah. You got to utilize it. Now you can put some ice on it, old man. But, yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. It's not even a blimp in my radar.
For sure. Dern?
I didn't pay too much attention to this, but I did listen to the interviews with the rookie players, and they seem hyped. They were giving the coach props on him slinging the ball around. Yeah. So I don't feel like there was a need to spend money on something that you're not going to invest in. We're already cap strapped. So like I said, there was no need to bring in a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, because that's what Dan Campbell was saying too. He's like, why sign a guy when we're not even going to – this guy's not even going to be on the roster in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? So I thought it was a little bit different, man. It's good that we got arms on there like Brunell and Antoine Randall and Engstrand. Those guys can sling the rock, man. Those guys sling the rock in the pros. They sling it in college. There's a different way to do things. The rookies were very impressed with them. Was a one interview I seen with Melifon. He was like, I couldn't believe how good these old guys were throwing the ball. So I think it's an unconventional way to do stuff, but I do like the fact that they're bringing in other positions. Like Dan Campbell said too, he was like, we're bringing in like an extra tight end, an extra corner, an extra D tackle. We want to look at guys that are going to make this football team. So I thought it was pretty interesting, and I thought it was a different way to do things, a different approach, but I like it, man. It was actually nice to hear. Speaking of Dan Campbell, though, my man wants a lion, eh? My man he wants a pet lion. Like, I know a lot of it's a little bit just for – he's just kind of playing it up. He's hamming it up. But he what he was saying was he wants to bring a lion, put it on a chain, walk it out to practice. And then if one group of position players are having a bad day, he's going to have the lion take a dump on the field. Like, I know it's just Dan being the Danimal, but like, what do you guys think about the pet lion thing? And I think it's funny. I think it's good humor. We got to get this team on Hard Knocks, man. But what do you think about that, Mike?
I love
it,
the concept of a lion taking a deuce on the field. I think that would be hilarious.
Interesting.
Yeah, man, why not? Let's get crazy here. You know, I always talked about this with my family and friends as a joke, is they need to get a real lion who's not eaten in a while and throw him on the sideline of the opposing team, caged, all mad and angry.
Oh,
for
for
nice
sure.
distraction. Rory, watch out. Your job's in jeopardy. You're not performing to the standards that Dan Campbell wants, because we need to have a real lion in here. I think it's hilarious. Obviously, it's probably not real. It's just a tongue-in-cheek thing. But
Right.
why not? I tell you what, they're going to run. If a lion's behind them coming at them, they're going to run fast.
That's it, man. Dern, what's your thoughts, buddy, on that?
All I know is I heard that he wanted a lion. I knew nothing about the whole him taking a dump on the field. That's very interesting. So I mean, what does Rory got to do? Does he have to go take a dump on the field now? Jeez.
Man, Rory's on notice, man. Rory's on notice. That's it. You know what I mean? Rory might get cut. You never know, man. Might get cut, man. Might bring in Simba.
They want the best. No turds allowed except for the lion.
No turds allowed, buddy. No turds allowed. Oh my God. No turds allowed for sure, man. I thought that was interesting too, man. I watched that video. I couldn't even believe how he said it, man. It was just, it's funny. The guy can switch from talking football into being humorous and like that. The guy is just, he's all over the place, but in a controlled, it's a little bit of a controlled chaos with him. Like I said, he'll be talking football, then bam, he'll go right to comedy. I think the guy is a character. I think it's awesome that we got a guy like this as a head coach. But now let's see it on the field, obviously. We saw a little bit of it in Miami, but I think the PETA apparently got involved, and they're sending him some kind of stuffed animal. So that's going to be that's going to be interesting. Because he kind of said something about
100%. Of course, they would have to get involved.
Yeah, he kind of brought him up though in the interview too. So they went out of their way, and they're going to send him like this big stuffed animal, and that's just the way it rolls. That's the way they go with that, man. Which I think is kind of funny. But what's going on there, delusional Detroit Lions fans? What's up, man? The Gridiron Blitz is in the house, man. He's laughing. He's having a good time. Patty Grimes, what's going on? Anybody else am I missing?
What do you guys in the comment section? Would you like to have a real lion?
Yeah.
At Ford Field?
Man. Yeah,
let us know, man.
Real lion on, chained up.
Absolutely.
Line for yes and for no. I think it'd be hysterical.
I know years ago we got cheerleaders. Why not get lions?
Why not, man?
The one thing I can say that if they actually went through with this, which I don't think they will, when the players would see an actual lion, they'd be like, "Oh man, this coaching staff is for real."
For sure, man. Oh yeah, man, got a lion sitting on the sideline for sure, man. That would be something special. I know, but like we're saying though, PETA would be all over this. It just wouldn't happen.
I think it's the LSU Tigers got a real tiger. Now
do they have a tiger?
Yeah. There's a high school too that has a tiger. I don't know what high school, but I did a little bit of research on that, and I think what they could do if they want to get something like this is 97 won the tickets at a best, like adopt something in a local zoo, and then you could put like a camera on it and be like live growling and stuff during the game.
Oh yeah, man, that'd be kind of cool, right? Yeah, that'd be actually pretty cool too. We've got some news too about some two rookies that got signed. Defensive tackle Aleem McNeil was signed, and running back Jamar Jefferson. The good one, Aleem McNeil, getting signed right away because third-round picks tend to take a little bit more time, and I like that we got him on the board right away, and we got running back Jamar Jefferson. $5 super chat from Travis Doyley. Almon St. Brian, I heard, was a beast at rookie camp. What's your guys' thoughts? I'll get right to that, Travis. Thanks, brother. But just right to the defensive tackle, Aleem McNeil, and running back Jamar Jefferson. You guys happy we got them off the board right away?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I think it's important to sign your rookies. They're all going to get signed. Yeah. Might as well just, like, I always wonder, like, why it takes so long when you know what the pay scale is generally. Just sign it as soon as you can, man. Just get it done with and don't have to worry about it. So I'm perfectly fine with these guys getting signed. Everyone else should get signed. Not worried about the contract for these rooks.
Yeah. Dern, What are your thoughts on these two guys getting signed right away?
Same thing, man. Like everyone's gonna get signed at some point. I don't know why third round picks take longer. You would think the fourth round picks would go a little bit faster than the third rounders.
What's going on, guys?
TA?
Tone in the building. TA.
What's going on?
What's up,
TA?
boys?
What's going on, fellas?
TA! You got it?
I don't got it though. No, Mike. I was able to get through on the link though.
Okay.
Man, that's awesome. Hey, man, real quick, TA. We were just kind of talking about the Lions not having a quarterback actual signed at rookie camp, something that's really not been done. I don't know if it's ever really been done by an NFL football team. The Lions went with coaches throwing the football around. What do you guys think about that? TA?
Yeah, I got no problem with that. Like Campbell said, pretty much they knew that they wasn't going to attack the position anyway. They had already signed both quarterbacks. They already got David Blau still on the team, and as well as Boyle is still on the team. So it was no need to go out there and bring somebody in when the dude was going to eventually get cut. So I got no problem with them guys because, like I said, they got former guys that played the quarterback position, guys like Randall L. and also Mark Brunell. Yeah. He was one of my favorite quarterbacks too, man, back in the days. I used to love the Jacksonville Jaguars when Brunell was on that team. They had Jimmy Smith, Fred Taylor. They had some talent on that team, man.
Jiminy Cricket.
Micro
Mike.
I have a quick question then. You say you say that he didn't want to attack the position, so that makes me think: were they thinking quarterback at all in this draft?
They probably was not.
I don't think they were.
There's only two quarterbacks they would have selected: Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. That was I think they've talked about that.
I think they said they would have took Trey Lance.
Oh, Trey Lance. Okay.
And they said once he was gone, it was pretty much no.
Pretty much done. Yeah.
There we go.
Pretty much done.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Oh, 100%, man. But
we'll see how that comes to bite us in the butt if Justin Fields starts running wild on us.
Exactly, right.
I have one
buy anybody
about Justin Fields.
Right. Going to buy anybody. He's going to buy the Broncos.
Right.
Yeah. Like the Broncos too, right?
Fields has things going wrong for him.
Oh yeah, man. Jimbo G in the house.
What's up, Jimbo? I cannot see your comments. What's up, Jimbo?
But Travis Tolley's got a good question, guys. Amon St. Brown, I heard, was a beast at rookie camp. What's your guys' thought? Tone, what do you think about it, brother?
I mean, A, I'm not surprised, and B, who corners are he really going? What corners is he going against? What?
Just some rookie. Who knows, man? Who knows, right?
I expect it. I'm not.
Melifonwu was out there for sure.
Okay, so I already expect that. Melifonwu is not the greatest man cover corner at the moment. He's more of an athlete than a player at the moment. But this kind of expected, and I'm glad it's happening. We need some wide receivers to break out. This don't really mean it's going to break out for us this season. But, of course. I kind of expect him to it's not like he's going against like a top corner out there. Yeah. But it's pretty much expected, but I'm glad it's happening.
Yeah, because this is the kind of talk that happens now, man. We're getting pictures of Kool-Aid literally dumped all over us right now. You know what I mean? This is the time where you hear all kinds of great things about our players. Brown's he's gonna light it up in practice, which you like to hear. It's always good that I heard a couple undrafted free agents were actually were making some plays. Jonathan Adams, I guess, was making plays out there. Javon McKinley made a couple nice plays. I read as well. So this is where we're going to hear it. So it's good to hear, and they're going up against guys like their age, inexperienced, and but sometimes in these rookie camps, you see first, second year guys coming to these camps too. Anybody can come, I guess, right? It's open to everybody.
Yeah, it's open to everybody. Yep,
it's open to everybody. So whoever wants to really come. So it's good to hear. St. Brown has he has a chip on his shoulder, which I like. I really like to hear from the kid, man. He says he's upset about 15 wide receivers getting took before him. So he's jaw jamming a little bit, and it's nice to hear. Dern, man, that's your guy. Like, what do you think about it?
The way I hyped up this guy, is anyone really surprised?
I mean, you gotta give me some post, bro. No.
I mean, yeah, like you guys said, he's not going up against a lot of good competition right now. I mean, Ifitu's there, but who else is really there? I think Ifitu will be put to the safety position anyway. But I mean, I want to hear this when the whole team is there and he's playing against the veterans. That's what I want to hear.
I'm not going to be. I'll even be like that. They're going against this defense.
Right. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can expect generally the offense is slower and defenses can start fast in training camp, but I expect the opposite this year. I expect the offense to continue to improve a little bit, especially against this defense. I think it'll be better, but my God, last year was abysmal.
Yeah. What are you thinking, TA?
Man, okay, I can tell you something that I'm thinking because I saw a video clip of St. Brown, and guess what this guy said? He said this, and Dern, I got to give you your props because he got dog in him, and he got dog in him. He has dog in him.
Yeah.
He said this in his interview. He said, "I'm coming to take your spot.
I'm going to take your job."
He said,
He said he's coming here to take someone's job. So
he said, "I'm here to take somebody's job." I was like, "Oh man, I love it. I love it. That's what you want. That's what you want your players that's coming in. They hungry, man. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is letting guys know, I ain't coming to play around. I'm coming. If you're a starter, I'm coming to take your spot. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm coming in with all guns blazing."
Yep, 100%.
Love it.
I love hearing stuff like that, man, from the kids like that. You know what I mean? They're not taking anything for granted. But you have to look at it too. That from another point, if he's going to take anybody's job, this is the wide receiver unit to do it to.
I'm saying
exactly.
You know what I mean?
You got to worry about Cephas?
Yeah, like who's he got to worry
somebody's
about?
job gonna get taken, man. If the guy said he coming in to take somebody's job, if you don't perform, because I know he's gonna come out there ready to perform. If you don't perform like you should be performing, somebody might be out.
I have a feeling. Totally, yeah. Like I have a feeling this guy's going to probably become our number 2, just because I think Perryman's going to get hurt, and I don't think Cephas is that big of a threat. So you know what I mean. This could start off his career really well. You know what I mean. This should start his career off really well, man. Become that number 2 and show why you should have been drafted way before the 4th round, right? So I like it. We got a $5 super chat again from Travis Doyley.
He was waiting.
Shout out to Jay Willis, man. Shout out to James Willis.
Sorry there, Mikey. Amal St. Brown could be the next Justin Jefferson.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Jefferson was like a top 10, top 5 wide receiver in his rookie season.
Right,
let's calm down with Justin Jefferson.
Right,
that dude set the bar high.
Let me explain this a little bit.
That man's a stud, man. You know what I mean?
That's a tough one, bro.
Debo Samuel.
Right. I think he could be a Debo Samuel right away, but I don't think he'd be a Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson got how do I want to explain this? He benefited from a really, really good run game and dominant play action. He ran crisp routes and he just attacked the ball in the air, which I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to do, but he started out right away as their number 2. He wasn't their slot. He wasn't their number 3. He wasn't their number 4. He was in the lineup right away, and he got a lot of targets. I don't think St. Brown's going to get all of those targets that he got.
Right.
100%, man. Yeah, that's going to be tough, man.
But see, fellas, I just like the fact that he's coming in with the chip on his shoulder, the attitude. I like that, the grit. I like that. He coming in with grit, attitude, and just saying, look, I'm coming to play. I'm coming to start. That's what you want from the guys coming in. You want guys to compete for positions, you know? And Amon-Ra St. Brown, by him saying that just lets me know that he got that fiery dog inside of him, and he's gonna unleash that dog when he has to unleash it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%, man. That's
it's
just good to hear. It's just good to hear. And again, it's just good to hear, man. What's going on, James Willis, man? He's so hyped. He thinks Jamar Jefferson is going to get 1,000 yards, bro. What kind of Kool-Aid you? What kind of Kool-Aid you drinking, bro? That's crazy.
I'm gonna say, is Swift and Williams going to get hurt?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, what happened to Swift and Williams, my man? Did they go down?
Hopefully they don't go down. That would suck.
That would suck.
That was some big time,
the
man.
only way this guy gets 1,000 yards is if DeAndre Swift
Talk
dies.
about why
DeAndre Swift dies.
why did he go 17-0 win the Super Bowl?
And Jamal Williams gets paralyzed. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, bro. I love the enthusiasm, though. I love your enthusiasm, my man. I love it, but man, I don't know, bro. I can't.
Are we sure Jamar's going to make the team?
I think he makes the team.
Yeah.
Jefferson.
I mean, who's really his competition?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got rid of carry on, so you got to have a third running back.
His competition is going to be Boyd and Willis, right? Or Boyd and Mills. That's his competition.
Yeah. That's going to be competition, because I think they carry like 4 running backs on the team, on the roster.
3 running backs, and generally we've had a fullback.
It really depends if one can do kick returns.
Okay.
100%, yeah. What's going on, Marcus
We have a wide
Robinson?
receiver that do the kick returns. We picked him up in free agency.
Yeah, but is that guy going to make it, or is he specifically going to be special teams just like Agnew was?
Whatever I say is going to happen because I know all things football.
Oh, man, you're the prophet.
Somebody says Jonathan.
They start calling you the prophet?
Yeah, I'm the prophet.
But there's a good question by Blue and Silver here. Being Blue and Silver, man, we go at it every now and then, but we're cool with each other. He's asking a question here. I want to address this one. Will DeAndre Swift be a top 10 back this year?
Ooh, that's a great
Micro Mike.
Oh,
wow.
I'll let everybody go before I answer this.
Man, you know what? Top 10. I would say 10. Like he's going to be, I think he'll be between that like 10 and 15 range. 15, but I think with them wanting to run the football, he definitely could be, because not only is he going to run the football in between the tackles, but he's going to do it out of the backfield as well. And we're going to see a lot of swing passes, I'm going to assume, and stuff like that. So 1,000 yards, I think he can get 1,000 yards, and it's going to be real close. But yeah, I think he could be like 10 to 15 range.
Okay. Dern, what do you think, buddy?
Top 10 in what exactly? Are we doing fantasy football, just rushing yards? What are we talking about here?
I'm assuming he's just meaning top 10 in the NFL. I don't think he's talking
just top
fantasy.
10 overall running
back. Not talking
okay.
fantasy.
Yes, then I will. I will say he will be a top 10 because he's going to get thrown the ball a lot because Goff likes to throw to his running backs.
Okay. Tone?
If we're talking about stats, yes. If we're talking about as a top 10 player as a running back, no disrespect to Swift, but not even close.
Yeah,
man, it's because the problem with this is the running back position is the deepest ever been in NFL history, right? It's so many great guys coming in every single year. You got to count in Najee's joining, ETN coming, Javonte Williams coming, right? Can't forget about Jonathan Taylor, who came in last year. Cam Akers was coming on at the end of last year too.
Yeah,
right. You got to consider Joe Mixon.
Aaron Jones,
Darren Cook, Aaron Jones, just our division, David Montgomery, just our division alone. Just our division alone is full of a crazy running back talent.
If Aaron Rodgers, though, is not there, that's going to hurt the production on the ground.
That's a different story. Yes,
True.
100%.
There's a lot of things that get involved in this. Like, are we actually going to be a balanced team, which I think we are? That means they're going to run is the offensive line going to open up the holes? And that's with other teams as well. Are their offensive line going to continue to? So there's a million things involved. It's not just the running back itself. Yeah. It's like a big cluster put together, and hopefully that cluster turns into a nice little machine.
I don't think Harris is going to have that big of a year because Najee Harris, because the Steelers' O-line isn't that good. He's not going to be able to carry that whole thing.
Oh, no, they should have drafted a tackle. I'm pretty sure Darius was on the board.
Yeah, he's gonna get the ball about 300 times anyway.
Really good offense that they won't be pinpointing on Najee Harris though. That's the only good thing about him being in Pittsburgh is that
he got a good offense.
There's talent everywhere, so they won't just be pinpointing on him. But that O-line is a little bit suspect though, for sure. What do you think, TA, about Swift being a top 10 back?
Yeah, I think that he could, but really, I got to see how the line gels. Everything is predicated on how these guys come together. I want to see how Penei Sewell is going to be introduced to this offensive line. And if they really can do it, if they can get the push up front, then I say no doubt that Swift can be a top 10 running back because he has the skill set to be able to get it done. He can catch out the backfield. He can do power runs. He can do zone runs. There's nothing that this kid can't do. But at the same time, everything is not going to be on him getting to be a top 10 running back. It's going to be on the offensive line. So the excitement that these guys had when they drafted Penei Sewell is the same excitement they're going to have if DeAndre Swift is able to go over 1,000 yards, because I would love to see that, man. We haven't had a 1,000-yard running back since Reggie Bush. It's time to get one, and that's been 2013. That's been a while ago, fellas. So it's time to get a guy that can be productive in the backfield. And truth be told, we really ain't had we haven't really had a good or a great running back since Barry Sanders, and that's
100%.
Sad, man.
Yeah,
that's sad.
100%, man. That's the thing, though. That's the thing with Swift, though, right? That's the thing with Swift. He's got all the talent in the world. I think he's got all. I think he has the ability to become a top 10 back, but I just don't. This defense still frightens the heck out of me, man. This defense, and I think when you have a really, really good running game in the NFL, you have to have a good defense, man. Because if this team is going to be anywhere down like by 14, 13, 17 points, whatever, that running game is going to go completely out the window. It's going to go completely out the window, and then he won't become that top 10 back. You know what I mean? Like catch a couple swing passes here and there, but running the football will be obsolete. They won't be able to do it.
Right.
So, what's up? Go ahead.
And then one more thing too, pretty much with Swift, he got hurt last year, and that's the biggest thing, man. I don't want to see Swift getting hurt, man. We need him out on the field. So hopefully he can stay out on the field. He don't have any concussions or anything like that, man. So I'm just hoping for an injury-free season for the offensive lineman and for DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, and exactly. We don't want to run this kid into the ground. So
right, exactly.
We don't want to run him into the ground. We're going to use Jamal a lot, and hopefully Jamar Jefferson if he wins that number 3 spot. So I think a top 10 is possible, but I don't think he's going to be a top 10 back.
And I would love, Orm, I would love for the running back. I would love for Williams and Swift to be like a Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Both of those guys. If we can get that out of those two guys, man, skies is the limit, man. Being able to have a running back like Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb on the team, both guys can catch out the backfield. Both guys can run and slash and kill you. Man, that's if the Lions can get that this year, man, they could be dangerous on offense.
Oh, 100%, man. Totally agree, man. And like Blue and Silver says, Campbell does want to run the ball, but hey, man, you better stop teams from scoring. Then we'll be able to run the football. So let's move on to the next question, guys. I got a question about Tyrell Crosby. This guy, he's our offensive tackle, backup. He's started a few games for us. Last year, started 11, actually. He's on the trade block, apparently. What's your thoughts on this, Dern?
Mr. Crosby, huh?
Mr. Crosby, right, buddy.
Well, if you look at his contract, it is up there for a backup tackle. But I know he's a swing tackle. He can play both sides.
Yeah.
But I feel like they gave our offensive line coach, Mr. Hank Fraley, the choice on which one he wanted to keep, because I don't think he wanted to keep both of them. Or they won't let him keep them both. So I heard last year that his special project was Matt Nelson. So this way they could relieve some cap space and maybe get something for him.
Interesting, eh? Well, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Mike, what do you think about the Crosby situation?
A little bit worrisome. I like Crosby. He's a cheap backup that can play left and right if there's an injury. We do have injuries. It happens a lot, especially in Detroit. The position you don't want to not have enough players in is the offensive line, specifically left and right tackle. And it is extremely worrisome. Just depends what they could get for him. If you can get a starter caliber player for the defense, like a safety and or a linebacker, I would consider it. But if you're doing a draft pick, I would wait until the NFL trade deadline if you're wanting to trade this guy. First off, you get to see how the season starts. If the season goes south quick, it's not that big of a worry. But if you're actually winning some football games and you want to have security, what's more important, to have that security or a 5th-round draft pick? I would then just let him walk at that point of the NFL season than you to get a conditional draft pick in 2023. It's a toughie, though. So I understand the, looking into it. What could you get for him? Depends. Can you get something now? A player that can help us out immediately, or a draft pick? But it's a tough one.
Yeah. Well, what are you thinking, TA?
Man, I'm thinking definitely. I'm thinking on the lines of keeping Crosby, man, because we have too many offensive linemen that get hurt. And like Mike said, to kind of piggyback off what Mike said a little bit, Crosby is able to mix it up on both sides of the line. He's able to go at left tackle. He's able to go at right tackle. So that when a player is able to do things like that, you find that guy very valuable. And Crosby have had some games where he has looked good out there, and he has some games that he kind of looked a little crappy out there, but at most of the time when he's out there, he does look solid, and he's a guy that you can rely upon on that O-line, because you need guys out there that's going, because guys get injured throughout the season, and you're going to need a guy to be able to come in that knows what he's doing out there and be able to give that line some push when one of the key linemen go down. So I say, don't even think about trading a guy like Crosby. You kind of want to keep him on the roster, because you never know at what point you're going to need that guy.
Yeah, because he's going to be a guy that's going to be very vital to this offense. He could be, just in case someone goes down, if if a Taylor Decker or a Penei Sewell go down, then we could be in a little bit of trouble, because I don't know how much faith they have in guys like who we got on the roster, Dan Skipper. Who else?
Is Bo Benswell still on the team?
No, I think he's in Houston now. I think he's in Houston. He's in Houston. He's a guard anyway. So, you know what I mean? So
what do we have? Yeah, we don't really have anything.
We got Dan Skipper. They brought in a guy undrafted out of Minnesota State, Evan Heim. They brought in him. They brought in.
What about the Kramer guy?
Unless they feel that Halapoulivaati Vaitai could man one of the sides, then they can bring in a Tommy Kramer for a backup role for a guard.
Wow,
could be something, but it's still
Matt
a little
Nelson.
bit nerve-wracking.
You got Matt Nelson too, so I think it's tough, man. I'm all about, like, if they can maybe, like just look into it, man. If you're not going to at least get back a fourth, I wouldn't even accept it, and then I would just keep him on the roster for another year. Then when he leaves,
well, his contract expires
next year, right? He's done, right? This year, after this year.
After this season, yeah.
Yeah, so that if he moves on and signs like a starter, if he gets starter money, then we get a conditional. We get a comp pick, right? So I guess it's like you said, Mike, it's a risk. You don't really, you have to just see what you're going to get and stuff like that. So keep him on the roster, man, and it's hope for the best, I would say, because I think our backup tackles are a little bit suspect, man. A little bit suspect. So. What else I got here, man? Okay, I got a little bit. I got a Jared Goff question. What's that, Mikey?
I like that. Gray Matter Sports. What's up, Gray Matter Sports?
What's up, brother?
What is going on?
No point in trading Crosby. What do we get back? A 6th round? Okay, yeah, he makes sense there, right? If it's a 6th round pick, I'm just hanging up the phone. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just going to say, boom, forget it. I would want at least. Man, I would want at least a 4th, but you drafted him in the 5th round, so I'm not sure what you're going to get back for him.
Right.
But it's something that you can always just try to see what's going on, man. But with Jared Goff, guys, I have a question about Jared Goff. What do you think Jared Goff has? I know we kind of talked about this in the past, but what do you think Jared Goff has to do in 2021 to become the guy? I stole this question from a Facebook page on Lions. Shout out to Lions Nation. On Facebook, man.
Shout out Lions Nation.
Yeah, Lions Nation. I took this from you guys. What do they really have to? What does Jared Goff have to do to convince you, or even convince the franchise, that he's going to become the guy for at least a while? Mike,
I think a lot of people are worried about his turnovers. I think if he can shut them down this season, maybe that would help convince and ease the pain that he's not, a net negative to the team. He doesn't have to be the guy. He just doesn't have to be a net negative. That's all you got to be. If you can be a guy who's consistently, just what Jorge said, they're consistently not turning the ball over, I think that would help ease the pain. And win some games. I think you got to win games. He's got to show that he can win football games. Not saying it has to be this year, but next year for sure. So if you can cut down on those turnovers and start winning football games, then I think that would help convince that he could be, I want to say the guy, but a longer solution than we would expect.
Yeah, that's a good answer, Mike. TA, what are your thoughts on that, on Jared Goff?
Man, pretty much my thoughts on him is simple. Jared Goff just needs to be consistent. He needs to be more consistent as far as like what we've had in the past. We know what Matthew Stafford brought to the table when he was here. We no longer have him anymore, so we can't blame Matthew Stafford for anything anymore. He's done. So now you have Jared Goff coming in as your quarterback. So basically, you're looking at a guy that has taken his team to a Super Bowl before. So he has the skill set to get it done. The biggest thing is him, just like Mike said, not turning over the football, making sure that he's not thinking a lot out there. Because when you first come in your first year and you're taking over for somebody that has pretty much led the team many years, like how Stafford has, you just got to come in with confidence to say, look, I just need to perform consistently better than what Stafford was doing when he was here. I don't have to be the man, but I just need to be able to win football games and be able to show people and showcase my talent that I am. This is the reason why I was taken number 1 by the Rams a couple seasons ago. This is the reason why I'm stating my claim that I am one of the top quarterbacks in this league. And you can bet your bottom dollar, no matter what team I go to, whether I'm on the Lions or on the Rams, I'm going to give it my all. So that's the only thing that I really want to see from Jared Goff is just being consistent out there and not trying to overthink and not trying to overdo things.
Yeah, man, that's a beautiful one. Always got to follow TA after that one. Always got to follow.
Always dropping
That's my fault. That's my own fault. That's my own fault. No. Like what we all can agree on here about Jared Goff, guys, we've all said it. Turnovers. That's the biggest. I think that's the biggest key. That's the biggest word for me is the turnovers, man. This kid has to learn how to hold on to the football, and it's not just interceptions, man. This guy can't hold on to the football. He literally has baby hands, and that's something.
Hey, on what we used to call him in the offseason, baby hands.
Baby hands.
I have a different perspective on this because I watched quite a bit of Jared Goff because I want to see what was going on. And I think a lot of his issues is it's a double-edged sword here. He likes to really make it look like there's a fake when it comes to the running the football. So he puts that ball really in on the running back. And I think, first off, that's really good because it makes the defense actually believe you run the football. But it could be bad because if you get too in there and pull it out, the ball can fumble out of his hands as well as out of the stomach of the running back. But pay attention to that. This dude goes all the way in for these fakes. So
basically, Mike, what you're telling us is, in a nutshell, is that Jared Goff is really, really good at selling fakes.
Very good. He's extra. That's something you guys are gonna see from former quarterback compared to Goff. He sells the fakes much, much better. But and again, if you do that, you can't get a turnover.
Yeah, that was his. That's his forte. He's a play action quarterback. He lives off that. That was what he was most successful in LA. He sells that fake. That's his best thing that he does, and he lives underneath. So that's what he needs to do, man. The biggest thing for me too about Jared Goff is that I just need to see how he's going to handle adversity. That's good. He's not in LA anymore, man. He's not in LA anymore. He doesn't have Aaron Donald to look over to his left to help him out with anything. He doesn't have that defense, man. He doesn't have that.
You don't got that defense anymore, right? You're right.
He doesn't have those weapons.
Hey, he was in St. Louis though. That was that adverse situation. That's where he got drafted.
That's where he got drafted. He was a number 1 pick, man. Yep. So he did handle that well, but they built really quick for him, man.
Yeah,
he didn't have to go through a real long growing pains. Like he didn't have to go through it.
He doesn't know what we've been dealing with.
He doesn't know what we've been dealing with, man. So he's coming to a city, man, that is just we're desperate for a winner. Like we're desperate.
That's what we get.
And it's going to be finger pointing. It's going to be blaming him. I'm just wondering, can he handle that, man? I want to see how he handles not having great wide receivers and all that.
I think he can because
I think so
the
too.
bar is set so low for this guy.
Mhm.
People expect him to come out and trip and drool on the field. They expect him to sit down and eat crayons and coloring books. This guy has the expectation is so low for him. All he got to do is breathe on the field, and it's a win for him.
Right.
I don't know, man, but there's a lot of Lions fans that expect him to put on a cape, bro. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of fans that expect him to be the guy and to save this team. It's a mixed bag, though. I think more people are rooting against him, like Mike said. I that's for sure. But there's a group of fans, man, that think that this guy is the cat's pajamas, man. That this guy's coming in and he's taking over. So
we'll win Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, because he's been to a Super Bowl. He's
17-0. We'll win a Super Bowl. 17-0.
All facts, baby.
All facts, man. Right? So. Do you guys think this? Okay, this is another one that me and Blue and Silver have been going at it about. Do you think we have a top 10 D line? Tia, I'll let you go first.
No, no, we do not have a top. Only how we can have a top. Only reason why I say no, and I'm saying it right off the back, is because we know we're going to get everybody on the field. We haven't had that yet. We haven't had Flowers out there on the field the whole season with Romeo Okwara. And then now you're incorporating Michael Brockers, and then you got these other guys coming in, Levi and the rest of these guys, McNeil. You got these guys that you got now. Can they do it? Yes. Will they do it? I don't know. I have to see it before I can believe it, because I want to make sure that Trey Flowers is out there earning every dollar this season. You know, Trey Flowers, to me, so far, his signing has been a disappointment to me, man. I thought that he would come in and be that dog and show these guys how to go out there and get it done on that defensive line. Now, he has had flashes out there. He has shown what he's able to do as far as putting pressure on the quarterback and stuff like that. And I'll give him his props for that. But at the same time, we're going to see him and Romeo being able to put that work in together to make us one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. And I have not seen that from Mr. Flowers yet. So I'm waiting for Mr. Flowers to show up.
100%, man. Mike, what do you think about this? What do you think
I don't think it's going to be a top 10, but it's going to be much improved. And I think I'm not looking for top 10 right now out of this defense. I'm looking for average right now. And if you can get average, that's one small step for Dan Campbell, one giant leap for Lions franchise kind, because this defense was so atrocious on all parts of the field. I think if they can come in as a defensive line and be mid-ranked, I would be exceedingly happy. Just because we still need help. Yes, I do feel like the defensive line is the best part of this defense, no doubt about it, specifically the interior. But you still need to get, if you can get an elite pass rusher, if you look what other teams got, that's where you start ascending into that top 10 range, that top 5 range, where there's literally teams are doing everything they can to stop one specific player. Like when we had Ndamukong Suh, or you see like Chase Young or Nick Bosa, if you can get a player like that, you can really ascend up. We don't have that right now. We don't have that guy right now, but we have a very good mixture of guys, of quality guys. And that's a huge improvement. And it shouldn't be that bad, to look at and say, oh, they need to be top 10. Remember when coming into this thing was ate up from the floor up, and they did a fantastic job with the limited amount of resources they got to fix this defensive line.
Right.
Oh, 100%, man. Yeah, I think top 10 is just a little bit. It's just that's overthinking it a little bit too much, man. I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying to be nice. Top 10. I don't know where this D line was ranked last year. All I know is that they didn't get to the quarterback. They didn't get to the quarterback except for Romeo, and he only had 10 and a half sacks. Yeah. So it's not like he was an elite football player. And Trey Flowers, like TA said, I'm still waiting.
I'm still waiting, man. I'm still waiting.
Thibodeau next year.
He's been Kayvon Thibodeau, baby. Kayvon Thibodeau. That's exactly who I want next year.
You get Thibodeau, we're top 10. And
you get Thibodeau next to Romeo. Oh my God! That's a top 10 D line possibly. Yeah. So, but I love the 2 defensive tackles that we picked up in the draft. I love him, man, but we can't put all our eggs in one basket on those two guys to put us over the top. And we're going to have a rotation. So I don't think it's going to be top 10, man. I don't know where we ranked last year, but I don't even think it's going to be top 15. But,
I think mid will be normal. I think
mid, like 16, 17.
Yeah, like 16, 17.
20, middle of the pack.
I could see something like from 15 to 20. Yeah, 100%.
I can see the run stuffing ability much better 100%. Than the getting after the passer. Yeah. I think that, and people don't talk about that as much as everyone talks about the sacks. But if you could be able to stop the run, that's a huge part of the game as well. And they really put a lot of resources in doing that. So I think it's going to ascend better than what people probably expect. Maybe the mainstream media thinks this defensive line's at 25. I don't think it's that bad.
Right. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, for sure. But that was one of McNeil's biggest things that he did in college. The man could stuff the run very, very well. Take on double teams, so that frees up your linebackers and frees up other guys on your D line as well. So I think we're going to have a big improvement, blue and silver. But I just don't expect top 10, bro, because you're setting yourself up for failure, my man. You are. Yeah. I'm just letting you know, dude. I'm just trying.
Yeah, you kind of, and you're right about that, Orm. You kind of want to ease your way with the Lions, man. I know a lot of people. I know how we are, man. We can drink the Kool-Aid and stuff like that. And we're always optimistic about our team, man. 100%. But at the same time, you guys got to understand that it is a rebuild. So everything is not going to be done in one season. It's still pieces that's missing to this puzzle. But I think eventually next year is going to be even better once they really be able to hone in. I mean, on every player and position that they truly need on this team to be a contender. And that's what you're trying to build here.
A strong deep.
Yeah, that's great, man. Go Lions, man. Run stuff and equals a strong. I mean, a strong.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I think this could be a top 10 run stuff in defensive line.
Yes.
Possibly. Especially if these linebackers, especially if this Derek Barnes kid's pans out, man, who I'm really starting to like right now. I'm really starting to. I think that's going to be my first purchase for jersey wise, the Barnes.
Yeah, let's talk about him a little bit.
Let's talk about him. Go ahead, man. Talk about him.
Yeah, bro. Derek Barnes. He's going to be very interesting because I did get a chance to see his prospect tape and stuff like that, and I was really amazed at what the guy can do out on the field. I'm still wondering, and the jury's going to be out how good he can be. I don't know. Do you guys know if he's going to start or not, or how's that looking?
I think so.
You think he'll start?
I think he's going to start immediately. Not because he's the greatest player in the world. It's because the linebacking core is absolutely cheeks.
Right.
I think you'd have Collins, him, and we'll see what Jelani Tavai does. But, Alex Anzalone, you can throw him in there. There's a Jalen Reeves-Maben. But let the best man win, and I think he's got a higher ceiling than a lot of these guys. And so when you have someone that has a high ceiling like that, throw him into the fire right away. Why not? It's not like it could get any worse. You know what I'm saying? So throw him in there.
Well,
throw him to the fire. Yeah. He's gonna have rookie mistakes. That's fine, but he'll learn from it and get better throughout the season.
Yeah, man, he's gonna have to learn, Barnes. But like you said, man, I personally think he's gonna be the second best linebacker on this team just from jump. I think Collins is the best still. I think he's the best linebacker on the team.
Right.
He's got a little bit of I think Anzalone, whatever. I think that guy is just he's going to come in on pass downs and come in every now rush the quarterback every now and then. He's not really a starter. I don't trust Maben, Tavai. Barnes is going to get his, man, and I think he's going to start right away. And I think Dan Campbell even said he's literally going to be our starting Mike linebacker. So
so he's middle linebacker.
Sure he came out and said that. So but
the one thing I was worried there.
Julian
and basically what you want to see out of Barnes in his first years, you just want to see if this guy can go out there and make plays. That's the only thing that you really want to know from the linebacking spot. Can you go out there and make plays, whether you're covering running backs coming out of the backfield, tight ends coming across chipping, or wide receivers coming past you sometime? Can you stick a hand up there? Can you go in and rush the quarterback and put pressure on the quarterback? Can you make plays? Now, one thing that he said is that he watched a lot of film on Ray Lewis, and it was a couple other linebackers that he said he watched a lot of film on.
All the legends at
linebackers. Yeah, he watched them at line, and I love that, man. because that lets me know and that motivates me to understand that this kid is a student of the game. When you're studying guys of times of old, guys like Lawrence Taylor, guys like Ray Lewis, and other great linebackers that have been in the league and stuff like that, and you're studying those guys, that's letting me know that you want to be a student of the game and that you're going to give 110% every time you're out there on the field.
Just don't study Christian Jones.
Just so, or Jelani Tavai, or Jelani Tavai. But like when I was reading about the 3-day rookie minicamp, when they were talking about Barnes, it was hard to find video. I couldn't really find any video, just little like nuggets here and there. But what I read about Barnes, he was making all his plays on the edge. He was making all his plays, rushing the quarterback. I think that's going to be his biggest asset to this team is rushing the quarterback and getting into the backfield. He's going to need to work on his pass coverage because it's not that good, man. His pass coverage needs a lot of work because I think he was severely underdeveloped at Purdue. He played on the line, that he go play Mike, that he played. He was never really set in one position. Yeah, but he was making plays. He was making plays all over the field, but he never really developed at one position. So I kind of hope that that Campbell keeps him at the mic and then, have him rush the quarterback every now and then. But I do like the fact that he can get to the quarterback, man. So I'm pretty fired up about that. Like you said, TA, he's studying all the greats. So he needs to get on some Lawrence Taylor tapes, man. If that's what he wants to do. Exactly.
Get on
some of those LT tapes, baby. You know what I mean? That was a dog, man. So 100%, man. If you guys got any questions in the chats, guys, just put a hashtag on it so I can see it because there's a few that I probably missed, and I'm sorry about that, man. But just hashtag it. Ask a question. Hashtag ISN. Hashtag
because it's easy for us to notice with all the questions. It's real. You're talking to guys with wearing glasses here. Yeah, I don't got the greatest eyes of all time.
I'm totally blind. I don't even know where I am right now. So.
Okay. Hey, Go Lions said, I think Barnes will learn a lot from Anzalone and Collins coverage recognition from Anzalone and recognition run play from Collins. Yeah, he's going to learn a lot from those guys. Yeah, he's going to learn a lot from those guys.
Yeah, 100%, man. Because Collins can still cover guys, and Anzalone, I guess that's one of his strengths. So. If you're going to learn something from those guys, learn that, man, because you have to be able to at least be able to cover some tight ends or running backs coming out of the backfield in the pros. So 100%, man.
I hate bringing this guy's name up, but I got to bring it up because he was my guy when he was on the Lions, and that's DeAndre Levy, man. DeAndre Levy was a beast back there at the linebacker position, and if you can get some of that out of Derek Barnes, able to cover just a little bit. And able to make some plays and get in the backfield, man, I'm gonna love this kid, man. I'm gonna love everything that he brings to the table, man, because that's ultimately what we're looking for. We're looking for guys that's gonna step up and make plays on defense. But not only that, I'm looking for guys to see who's gonna stand out and be the man on defense. Who's gonna be the guy that's calling the calls? Who's gonna be the guy that's going out there getting in guys, chewing guys up chewing guys up and spitting them out if you have to on the sidelines to get these guys to play better. And I hope that he's that type of player that he's going to go out there and motivate other guys to be good as well. Because that's what you want to see initially from the linebacking core, because this linebacking core has been trash for the past 3 to 4 years. It has not really been good.
For a while, man. Exactly. Yeah. 100%, brother. Jump into the offense, though, guys. Hashtag #OnePride40 asked a pretty good question. Hashtag ISN. What Sewell matchup you looking most forward to, Mike?
Week 1, Sewell versus Nick Bosa.
Woo!
That's getting thrown to the fire right then and there. If you can take care of Nick Bosa, I'm going to have a big smile on my face for the rest of the year. That is going to be a beast of a matchup. You're going against one of the best edge rushers in the game against one of the top prospects in the NFL draft. It's going to be a fun one to see.
Yeah, because Bosa is a left end, right? He's a left defensive end.
Yes.
Pretty sure he comes on the front side of the quarterback on righties. Yeah, okay, man. Yeah. That's going to be a tough one. I completely forgot about that one. That's wow. Right
that's going to be a too. That could be a nightmare. Yeah.
And he's coming frothing at the mouth too.
Yeah, he is. He's been out for a year.
Been out for a year. TA, what about you, buddy?
Yeah. I'm just my biggest thing is just being able to see him. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know if Sewell is going to Panay Sewell is going to pan out to be the guy that they were clamoring about in the war room. Because I've never seen in all my days of watching sports, I've never seen somebody go crazy over the offensive lineman, man. They went bananas, man, in that war room, man, for this guy. So I definitely want to see every matchup that Sewell is in. Will he be able to handle his own? And if he's able to do that, man, we're going to have a dangerous offensive line, man.
Yeah, 100%. And that's a good one. I got a guy, TJ Watt. That's one that I like to see him. I like to see him going up against TJ Watt when we play Pittsburgh, man. That's going to be a guy that he's going to have troubles with.
And he got to go against JJ too. You got to go against
JJ too, man. Yeah, you got to go against the Watt, man. So I might as well say the Watt brothers.
Yeah, you got to go against the Watt brothers this year. Yep.
Thank you, Troxel Sports. $4.99 super chat. Keep grinding, Mark. Amazing panel. Thanks, buddy.
Make sure you subscribe
we appreciate
to
you, Trox.
Sports streams.
Yeah, subscribe to Trox, man. The guy's the man. He is the GOAT. 100%, man. We had one here too. Orem. Hashtag Orem. What about Okuda moving to safety? TA, what do you think about that?
No. Don't move Okuda to safety, man. Keep Okuda where he's at, guys. You know, we kind of lighten the load on Okuda, man. Last year, the guy ended up getting a matter of fact, I'm gonna be talking about him too as well. But last year, Okuda came in playing well. He started off playing well, made some very, very good plays against Arizona. Had a run. He stopped the run in the backfield. Also had a pick against Arizona. And then after that, you know, he got tested by guys like Devontae Adams and things of that nature. But as the season went on, the guy was nursing a groin injury, which I didn't even know that he was nursing that the rest of the season. So by having that groin injury, he just couldn't give it his all. So this year, it's not going to be any excuses for him. I expect for him to develop to that number one corner, what they drafted Okuda to be. He needs to stay at the corner position because he needs to learn how to do the job that the Lions are paying him to do. They picked him to be the number 3 overall pick last season, and he needs to show us that he's every bit worth and worthy of that pick that the Lions picked him last season. So I definitely think that Okuda, the expectations for him to have a great season is probably around 2 to 4 interceptions on the season would be great for me. And that'll show me that Okuda has definitely blossomed into the corner that you want him to be. Don't move him to safety. Don't move that kid to safety, man. Let him get beat up at corner, man. Let him get beat up. Let him learn his lessons at the corner position. It's gonna happen, guys. It happens to all of the corners. Everybody can't come in the league being Deion Sanders and Charles Woodson. You know, you know what I'm saying? Revis Island. Everybody can't be Revis Island. So, you know, you gotta let Okuda, man, come in and make his mistakes, let him clean up his mistakes, and keep him at corner and let him get baptized into the league, bro.
Yeah, we can't even answer that question, Mike. We can't even answer that question. It was all taken care of by our.
I don't need to go for it.
We don't need to go, bro. We don't need to go. Okay.
No, y'all gotta go, man. Y'all gotta go, man.
The only going I'm going is to the bathroom after the stream.
Alan Dana's got a good one. How much? I think we kind of touched on it a bit though. But how much better do you think our defense will be? Okay. Well, we were 32, 31. We were only way to go was up, man. The only way to go was up. You can't go down anymore. I mean, you go down, you're 32 now. Now we're the worst.
You have to go in, man. You got to go in.
Yeah, you got to go in, man. We were historically one of the worst Lions defenses ever, I think, assembled. Pretty sure. So I think it'll be better. I think it'll be better just by addition, by subtraction, and by our draft, and by a couple free agent pickups. So we're going to go from 31. I say, I don't know what you want me to say, like 20, 25, 24.
Yeah.
Like
that'd be fly like a bird, you know,
baby steps, man.
Murdoch
baby steps.
Because Patricia dumped on this defense. He took his pants down and took a dump on this defense like I've never seen in my life. That's what he did.
That's a nasty dump too. That was a nasty dump.
He set us back, man. He set
That was
us
a
back.
nasty Murdoch
nasty dump.
he did.
Oh, it was nasty. It was smelly. It was nasty. At least he didn't set us back like a Millen setback, but he set us back. He did set us back a couple of years, man. So I don't know, man. I'm going to say from 31 till maybe 24, 25. Mike, what do you think?
That's an improvement. That's what I'd like to see. Go from dumpster fire, go from absolute garbage to something a lot better. And I think getting from, 33, since there's 32 teams, to 24, that would be nice.
Thank you. Thank you,
Trade divide.
Mr. Leonard. Thank you, Mr. Leonard. TA, man, what do you think about that?
About the defense,
how much will they improve?
I think the defense is going to improve a little bit. They're not gonna be what everybody thinks right away initially. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to give all these players time to gel. You got new players coming in trying to learn, the veterans. So I'll say they're going to be anywhere from the middle of the pack to probably towards high end of the pack. You know, I don't expect them to make leaps and bounds, but they will clean up a lot of stuff a lot of mistakes that they were making last year, because I think that this season, what you're going to see out of them is a more disciplined football team. So they're going to be more disciplined on the defensive side of the ball. And when they're able to bring that together and gel in that type of way, I think that the defense, the sky's the limit for these guys once they find out how good the players are going to be out there. And then they can really, you know what I'm saying, they can really understand their rotations, guys that's going to be in there, guys that's going to be out. I want to see how guys like I still want to see Julian Okwara. I want to see what he brings to the table. I still want to see what Austin Bryant can bring to the table. So it's a lot of pieces, intricate pieces that's on the defense that I want to see, and how well would the defense come together in 2021 is all predicated on them guys gelling from day one and playing like a unit.
Whoa. That's it, man. Goes over. That's it, man. That's a great.
Good night, folks.
Great answer.
Good night, folks.
Our boy Gray Matter has a good one. Trade Devy at a fifth to the Patriots for Josh Uche. I don't know that I'm saying it, or Waquan McMillan. Deal? Hey, man, if it gets rid of Devy, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, my man.
Man, I wish you had that sad one, Mike. We could play that sad one right now, man.
And a $5 super chat from Travis Doyley. Michael Brockers, Julian Okwara, Romeo Okwara, I think can make the Pro Bowl this coming season. Do you think you make the crowbar on defense? Okay. Julian Okwara, I don't know, brother. I think Romeo personally, I think he got shunned last year. I think he was one of the best defensive ends in the NFC. I thought he should have made at least the Pro Bowl last year, but Brockers, not too sure yet about Brockers. All I know is that he had Aaron Donald next to him for a long, long time, guys. And that made him look a little bit better than I think he really is. Not dissing on him or anything like that, but I don't expect Michael Brockers to be coming here and saving the day, especially at 30-something years old. He's 30, right? 31 years old. So
yeah, he's in his 30s, yeah.
I do like these guys. I do like the additions. I hope Julian can step back into the mix and become the good player that he's supposed to be. So, but Pro Bowl, I don't know, man. I want to see all pros. I care about all pros.
Yeah.
Mike, you?
I don't think we're gonna have him go to the Pro Bowl. It has nothing to do with his talent. It's just it's a popularity contest. He's not the popular guy, and that's just the way that this stuff works. And again, that's just kind of the way I see it. You know, if you make the Pro Bowl, you gotta really, if you're a Lion, you got to do like everything you possibly can. Like you have to have like record shattering numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, TA?
Yeah, I think
guys all pros.
No, I don't think I don't think Pro Bowl or anything like that, because it's the Lions, man, and they're not going to give the players the props like that they should get. Especially now, if he comes out, say for instance, Romeo Okwara ends up having like 17 sacks on the season. Now, something like that will probably warrant him to be in a Pro Bowl. and things of that nature. Michael Brocker's coming out, getting great stops on the line and getting a few sacks here and there, 6 or 7 sacks. Then, hey, you can think about it, but I don't know. And the jury is still out on how they're going to use Julian Aquara. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of puzzled. Will they slide him over to linebacker? I can see him playing
that's
linebacker.
actually a good question.
Yeah.
I could see Julian Aquara playing linebacker, man. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't go after all these linebackers in the draft, because maybe they got intentions on sliding him to the linebacker position. You just never know, because I believe he has played some linebacker before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%, man. You out, Mike?
Yeah, I got to get
All right,
going,
man, tell the
folks.
fans.
Appreciate everyone getting in here. Make sure you subscribe to everybody on the channel, TA Noble Sports. Obviously, Mark Orm from Orum's Forum. Hit that like button. And videos will be dropping out every single day. You all have a fantastic night. Micro Mike is outie like
Thanks,
a... Mess me up, man. I'm out of here.
Peace.
Peace, buddy. All right, man. It's me and TA, man. We'll hold down for a couple.
We'll hold it down for a minute. Yeah.
Are you cool, brother? Are you cool holding it down for a bit?
Oh yeah.
Okay, man. This Cameron Wojci's got a good one. Then who's our number one safety? Well, our number one safety right now is probably Tracy Walker.
Tracy Walker.
I would say Tracy Walker right now, and still got Will Harris over there. They picked up who else? Dean Marlowe.
What is the guy from Buffalo that they picked up?
That's Dean Marlowe. That's Marlowe.
Yeah, Dean Marlowe. Yeah, Dean Marlowe. Yeah.
They picked up that Tavante Beckett kid undrafted. He's more of a linebacker though. He plays like a safety.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like they really didn't. I don't know. They really didn't dress the. I know they got some guys that's coming in that's trying out to make the squad and stuff like that. But they really didn't attack the linebacker position and the safety position like I thought that they should have in the draft.
Yeah. That's why I wouldn't really say we should move Okudah to the safety spot. Let him play corner first, man.
Right.
Let him play the corner, Cameron, man. And, you never know. There could be a change in the future for him, but I think keep him as a corner for now. We can find some safeties in maybe next year's draft or something like that, because I think they'll be going heavy safety or heavy linebacker in next year's draft is my guess, or wide receiver. So who knows, right?
Now, if Okudah said he wanted to go to safety, if he's willing to do that, then that's another story.
Yeah, man. If he was to say that he would like to go and play some safety, why not? Give him a shot at it, right?
Right.
He's not the fastest corner, but like you said, TA, earlier, he had a ripped groin. He was drafted. Bob Quinn drafted him knowing that the ripped groin was there. So he came in day one with a bad groin. He missed some camp. He already missed camp because of this undisclosed injury. And then, he struggled. He struggled.
He struggled.
He struggled, and he ended up getting so bad at what he was doing out there that he couldn't keep up with anybody. So he had to. So what did he do? He missed the last 4 games of the year. Is that what it was?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He missed the last couple games of the remainder of the season. So I think with Okudah, saying his growth and his development is going to be there this year. He's going to get that opportunity, and you gotta let your young guys make their mistakes. I know, guys. We gotta quit saying the notion of calling everybody trash and stuff like that. It's like give these players some time. Like, I mean, come on, guys. If you was out there playing football, you wouldn't want nobody to call you trash. You know what I'm saying? These guys work their butt off, man, to get into the professional football league, and there's not a lot of guys that get to make it to the pros. So I try to get a player the benefit of the doubt before I call him trash. Unless he's showing me that he has a lot of inconsistencies in his game, then I can say like, okay, yeah, this guy is trash. But to give that guy the label trash or he's a bum or a bust already, I think that you got to give him an opportunity to see what he really can do in his second year. If he gets better in his second season and in his third year, then you can move away from the label bust or boom or whatever you want to call it. But I just think that you got to give the player just a little time to be able to heal up, nurse those injuries, and get back out there and play football.
100%, man. It's way too early to be calling Okudah a bust. It's way too early to be doing that, man. The guy was a first year player, and fans were calling this kid a bust 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in. Like, we can't do that with these guys. We got to give these guys a chance. So I'm all for Okudah, man, playing corner. If he can't do it, man, then you think about moving him maybe the next year. You know what I mean?
Right,
Then,
exactly.
So I don't know, man. Great Matter Sports, our guy, man.
Hey, shout out to Jimbo, man.
Shout out to Jimbo. Oh, I missed. Okay, shout out to Jimbo.
Yeah.
Shout out to the panel. TA, you would act how like Brad did in the War Room if you got Scary Terry. Oh, would you?
Oh yeah, hey man. Hey, I would have knocked the water cooler down, bro. Hey, I would have been. Hey,
Seattle. Seattle ended up getting him, eh?
Yeah, Seattle ended up getting Scary Terry, man. Yep.
As an undrafted free agent too. So
yep, as an undrafted man, and I can't believe it, man, that nobody saw the talent in this kid to be able to draft this guy. That's crazy, man. He went through 7 rounds, did not get drafted at all, man. And I definitely hope that the kid makes the team because I know he has to make the roster over there and things of that nature. But I just hope he puts it together, man.
Yeah, I was hearing that it was more of the guy has a really bad attitude.
See, I want that. You can't have the nickname Scary Terry and not have a bad attitude.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Yeah. No, I agree, man. I totally agree, man. I kind of wish we would have took a flyer on him, but that kind of leads to the next question. I got this question for you there, TA. What are the chances? Actually, you know what? I got Travis Doyle the $5 super chat first.
Okay.
Should the Lions go out and target Malik Hooker 1-year deal? Cy asked that question too. Gray Matter Sports. Should the Lions go out and target Malik Hooker? You know what? If you can get him on a cheaper deal, he might be asking for a little bit of money though, right? Malik Hooker. So
I would sign Malik Hooker. Yeah, definitely. I would give Malik Hooker a shot. He's a pretty when he's not injury prone or hurt or anything like that.
Yeah,
the guy's a pretty solid safety, man. I would definitely give him a 1-year deal and bring him in. Why not?
Yeah, who was he playing for last year? The Colts?
I think the Colts. Yeah, he played for the Colts.
Has he always played for the Colts? I think he's
always played for Colts.
Okay, yeah. He's been a good player when healthy, man. We kind of need a safety. I wouldn't like.
Yep.
I'd rather go get a guy that's played the position than move a corner to safety.
Right.
So, if we can get Malik Hooker on a fairly good deal, why not, man?
I'll bring him in on like a 1-year deal, probably about $4 to $5 million, something like that.
Right. Yeah. 100%, man.
Yeah.
Why not? Right. So
I'll bring him in. Any way you can get talent on the football team, man, you bring it in. No matter how you got to get it, you got to bring that talent in. And if I feel like that Malik Hooker can bring some value to my defense and add a little spark back there with the safeties, then of course I give him a phone call. Hey, man, 100%. We want you to come in. We want you to be a part of this team because we know that you can play football and you can show the rest of these safeties how to get it done.
100%, man. And Cameron Oji, man, I wasn't pointing you out, bro. I wasn't pointing you out. I wasn't saying you were calling him that. Just a lot of people have been calling this kid a bust, Okudah, since he literally put on a Lions uniform. So
we're not talking about you personally, man.
We're not talking about you, brothers. We're just
saying the notion. Yeah, we're talking about the general public is putting out there that Okudah, he's a bust and he's trash, and that you can't just say that the player is trash, man. You gotta give him an opportunity, man. Exactly. I know he was picked number 3 overall, and when you're picked that high, you're supposed to be an impact player. But the guy got hurt. So what can you say about that? The guy's hurt and he can't fully do what he normally does out there. So you got to give him a little time, man, and you'll see what he'll do this season.
Exactly, man. We got another $5 super chat from my boy Jimbo G in the house. I sent y'all a few comments earlier. Y'all missed. Trade Crosby for Booker. I ain't calling Okudah a bust. Hey, we know, brother. We're not calling you out, dude.
We ain't talking about you, Jimbo.
Calling you out, Jimbo. We aren't calling you out.
No, we ain't calling Jimbo. We're not calling anybody out, bro. We're just saying that's the notion out there on Okudah is that people are calling him a bust and pretty much giving up on the guy, man. You got to give your guy some confidence out there, man. Give him some confidence. Know that you're backing him up as a player, so he can go out there and give you the best Jeff Okudah that he possibly can give you.
100%, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. And if I missed your comments, guys, sorry about that. Try to hashtag it or something. Put like ISN or Orem, hashtag Orem when you're on my show. I would greatly appreciate it because I miss it sometimes. And sorry about that, fellas. Anyways, I did have a question for TA because we talk about these wide receivers, buddy, right? We talk about these wide receivers in this wide receiver room, and I think it's disastrous right now. I'm scared of it. I'm nervous.
Oh yeah,
we got a couple undrafted free agents out there that were making plays during rookie camp, man. I guess Jonathan Adams was out there making a couple circus catches. And Javon McKinley. I didn't hear nothing about Sage Surratt. I think he still might be a little bit banged up, Sage Surratt, with his shoulder. I'm not too sure. I don't know if he was even playing, but I know Jonathan Adams and Javon McKinley out of Notre Dame were making some plays. Do you think one of these three guys, Surratt, Adams, or McKinley, make the team?
Yeah, one of these guys are going to make it. I don't know who it. Yeah, I don't know who it's going to be. One of those guys make the team because I think what you carry about 6 guys at the wide receiver position when the regular season starts. Yeah, I think you carry about 6 wide receivers. So, and I think one of the guys ends up going to the practice squad. So I definitely think that one of those guys will emerge. To me, it's just about who wants it the most, whether it be Sage Surratt when he gets his opportunity, Jonathan Adams and McKinley. Who wants it the most? That's who they're going to have their eyes on. The guy that's giving 110 every time he's out there. Every time he's running a route, he's not breaking his routes or anything like that. He's doing what the coaches are asking him to do. That's the guy that's going to make the squad. Whether it be McKinley, whether it be Sage Surratt or Jonathan Adams. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I did some film study on these guys hard. Okay, these 3 guys after we picked them up, bro. They are identical. All 3 of them. They are. They play the game they play the game the same way. I think Adams is the bigger guy. Obviously, Adams is the. Is he
like what? Is he like 6'6" or something like that?
He's 6'3", 225 pounds, man.
6'3", okay, 6'3",
220, 225. He looks like Megatron out there, man. Like he just looks like he's very heavily muscled, eh? Muscle, but it looks good. Like it's a lean but just big. And Sage Surratt's not as big, but he's about 220, 6'2". And then you got Javon McKinley, who's 6'2",
another big guy,
215. So they're all monsters. And I swear, man, when I was doing my film work on them, I was like, you could put these guys in different uniforms. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. They're very similar. I do like Adams' physicality a lot, though. I do like him a lot, but I think the better wide receiver in this group is Sage Surratt. Is Sage Surratt out of Wake Forest, but they're very similar. They gave they gave $100,000 to Javon McKinley. They gave him a lot of money for an undrafted free agent, so they must like him a lot. So it's going to be
it's going to be interesting, Orm, to find out like which guy actually makes it. Like I said, it's going to come up to, especially when it comes to the training camps and stuff like that. It's going to be the guy that's giving the most out there. The guy that's doing. I mean, not only is he out there catching routes and doing like that, but if they ask him to be on special teams, is he running full speed down the field? Because some of these receivers sometimes they play on special teams as well.
Exactly.
So, however you can make the team, you want to make your mark, and you want to make your mark during the preseason, during the OTAs, during training camp, whatever you have to do, and the coaches are asking you to do it. Go over and beyond what they calling you to do.
That's it, man. By any means necessary, man. Get on the team. Get on the team, man, for sure. This is one by Jimbo G. We'll do this question, guys, and then we'll do another question that Travis Doyle asked, and then we're going to wrap it up. Hashtag ISN, trade Cosby for Booker. I don't know what Booker you're talking about, bro. Do you know who he's talking about, TA? Booker?
No, I don't know what Booker that is.
Sure. You're not talking about Devontae Booker. He's in Devontae Booker. He's the running back, right?
Yeah, it can't be. I don't know. Yeah, it can't be.
I think he's in New York. I think he's a Giant. I don't know who you're talking about, Jimbo.
Hey, Jimbo, let us know who you're talking about, Jimbo, because we don't know what Booker that is.
I'm not sure, man. I'm trying to think. Is there a Booker? He must be talking about someone defensively. But, okay. Travis Doyle, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. What's your thoughts on our young defensive tackle duo we just drafted? TA, what's up with that, man? What do you think about that?
I think both of those guys, Levi and McNeil, I think those guys are going to be monsters, man. From what I heard from Levi talking about McNeil, he was saying, like, man, this dude is pretty much ripping up pads out there. He ripping the pads off the thing.
Yeah, I heard that, man. Yeah, he was showing some violence out there. He was getting violent.
Yeah. And if he's violent like that, man, if he could be violent on Sundays, man, I'm telling you, man, we're gonna love this kid, man. I hope that everything that they're seeing right now in these 3-day mini camp, that he'll bring that same fire when it comes to playing on Sundays.
Yes, 100%, man. Hey, Travis Doyley. I love the 2 defensive tackles we drafted. McNeil being more of the run stuffer, but he's got some giddy up to the quarterback. He's very. I actually think that the bigger tackle in McNeil is more athletic than Levi. He's got a big sports guy. He has a big sports background. He played baseball. He was a running back in high school. You should see this kid run the football, man. See this kid run the football. It's amazing. It's he just seems to be a little bit more athletic. I think Levi is going to be special in his own right. I just think I think it's going to be a nice duo for years to come, and eventually we're going to have to come up with some type of nickname for these guys.
Call that boy the Big Mac. Call him the Big Mac.
That's it, the Big Mac. I like that. McNeely become the next Shawn Rogers for the Lions, maybe. Hey, I like that, man. Right. Shawn Rogers with more with a better work ethic.
Shawn Rogers, he was a beast, man. He was a beast back in his days, man.
He was a beast, man. I just wish he had a better work ethic because he was just he just played on his God-given ability. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he worked hard enough, man. I really don't. He just had that God-given ability, though, man. He could just do some things that would amaze you. So, 100%. Hey, if he comes Shawn Rogers 2.0, man, that'd be nice, man. I would love it, man. What's Tone saying here? Then we got to go. Hashtag ISN Lions should trade Cosby to the Bengals for Rennell Wren and a pick. Don't know who Rennell Wren is.
I don't know who that is, Tone. I wish Tone, now you're making me do my homework, bro. I have no idea who Rennell Wren is, man. I hope he's good, though.
Man, Tone always throwing a curveball. He's always throwing a curveball at us.
Yeah, he is, man.
But hey, man, it was a good show, guys, man. Thanks everybody in chat, man. I did about an hour and 22 minutes going in. TA, what do you got to say to the people in the chat, brother?
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys for rocking on us on the show today with Orum'S Den. Hey, Orm, I appreciate you for having me on here on today. It was a great show, man. Marco, Mike, Trox, Grid, all the guys, man. Shout out to them guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to their channels as well. Subscribe to Mark Orum's channel. The brother is doing some phenomenal things on his channel. And subscribe to Noble Sports, guy, because you know I talk sports, period, baby. So subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, I want to say thanks, man. Thanks, TA, for holding on with me, bro. I appreciate it a lot, man. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for the questions. If I didn't get to you, save it for next week, man. Save it for next week, man. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to TA Noble Sports, man. This guy's the man. It's awesome doing this, having fun, man. And we'll see you guys next week, man.
Woo! Woo!